Yeah. Well, it's good seeing you, Doctor. Very good. And we got a very, very important topic today.
Okay.
You want? Let's put that book up. Yeah, put it up and so we can make some shots of it.
You want to take some shots?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's already been.
Huh? Just do it on so we can get it on this show too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, just put it up there. You know, it won't hurt.
Oh, yes, sir. So how you doing?
Oh, I couldn't be better. This is the last show here. And
Last one for
the
the
last one for the day. And
You only here one day a week.
yeah, let me give you this. This is that's the outline for this particular show. And here, these are the channels that it's seen on Saturdays and Sundays. You have to consult your local listings and et cetera, and et cetera, and et cetera for
Man,
that.
this is good.
Yeah, and so that.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's great. All right. Thanks. All right.
Yeah, this is a timely topic here, Doctor.
Okay, background, education.
Yeah, it's just basic, kind of information.
I thought we might deal with three questions. One, what are the issues confronting blacks in this election?
Okay.
And to what extent are they being addressed by the two-party system? And secondly, where will black support go? Will blacks remain loyal to the Democratic Party? And then to deal with the general question at the end of the importance of this election.
Well, let me see this. See, I'll give this to you when I get through. This
Okay.
I've got only copy I have here.
Okay.
And so you take this with you.
Okay.
But I just want to see what happened. Okay, African Americans in politics, background education, that's the first 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Then African Americans in politics, that's 8 minutes. You
Okay.
talk about that. And then our number 3 challenges of election of 2016 and Trump and African Americans. So,
Okay.
And I think that in a real sense that sort of captures.
That looks good.
That allows you to bring those 3 ideas in reference to what we're doing here. Yeah, this is. They got this big debate tonight.
Oh man, yeah. Are you gonna watch
Oh
it?
yes, oh yes,
Okay.
oh yes. I wouldn't miss it for nothing in the world. I watched all 3.
I watched all of them also, including the vice president.
That's right. Yeah, I watch it all.
Yeah, man. How you think,
MSNBC and CNN. I mean, that's about the only channels that we watch at home.
how you think this thing gonna turn out?
Oh man, we got to win this thing.
Yeah, you think you can?
Yeah, I think we will. I think we will. This man is.
How if they put him in there? We in trouble.
You said that when we talked about this alt-right. See,
Yeah.
you were right on in reference to the alt-right movement.
Alt-right, man.
Yeah, did you see Rachel Maddox?
Oh yes,
show on one night?
absolutely. I saw her
all the time.
characterization of the whole
and
movement.
so the whole movement.
Yes,
That's right.
yeah, man.
I was glad to see that. I said, now let's just
Right,
put Dr. Baldwin,
exactly, and man, Steve Bannon and all these
all
guys, man.
the whole group there, the whole group, everything that you said in reference to it, that she brought it all out and put it all together.
It's just a more respectable image of the Klan.
That's
Neo-Nazis.
exactly, that's all it is.
They're nativistic. They are anti-immigration, anti-appointment, the whole thing.
Oh yeah, and they make up a large percentage of the people.
Oh,
because those
absolutely.
are his followers. Those are the folks that follow him. But I don't think that, as everybody said, it's not enough to give him a victory.
I hope not.
And we really don't need him, Dr. Baldwin.
Yeah, but
he'll set everybody back up 100 years, man.
Yeah, but this is a strange year. After Obama, 8 years of Obama, I think a lot of anger in the larger society. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And that might cause the kind of backlash that
I hope not.
I hope not either.
Yeah, we can't. No, we can't. Well, I tell you won't get that on my vote.
No, it depends on me.
That's one thing I know for sure. I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, same here, Doc.
Yeah, we're just
You
glad to
might
have
wanna
you.
hang on to that.
Yeah, well, get it from me when I just want to make sure.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just want to make sure that we had
Okay.
it. That I had the information. I got another, one of those. And I just wanted to give that to you.
Okay.
So that you could find all this information there, 'cause Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is African Americans and the election of 2016. And we have with us to talk about the election of 2016 and the impact on African American citizens, Dr. Louis Baldwin from Vanderbilt University formerly. And of course, Dr. Baldwin, you're retired now and doing great work, going all over the world, talking about Dr. Martin Luther King. And I think we've said time and time again that you are the greatest Martin Luther King scholar in this nation, primarily because of your scholarship in reference to doing it. And that's why we simply call upon you time and time again, because not only are you familiar with Martin Luther King, but also information that is contemporary with Dr. Martin Luther King. And I want to say publicly how we appreciate you and for the information that you're giving, and I know our audience feels the same way. But let's start off this African Americans and the election of 2016, Dr. Baldwin, by having you make a few statements in reference to your background, education, and experiences. And then we'll have that second segment and third segment to talk about the impact of the election of 2016 on African Americans, or vice versa.
That's right.
You see, and so let's do it from that perspective.
Yes, well, I'm a native of Camden, Alabama. I grew up in Wilcox County, Alabama, which is known as part of the Alabama Black Belt. I grew up there in the late 40s and the 50s and early 60s, was exposed to much of what went on in terms of the civil rights movement in the Alabama Black Belt, and that instilled in me, I think, a deep interest in politics. As you well know, the civil rights movement was about not only the advancement of civil rights, but also about political rights, economic improvement in the black community, etc. So I was introduced very early to those kinds of values. Grew up in Camden, Alabama, attended the public schools in Camden, Alabama, graduated from Camden Academy High School in 1967. And in the fall of 1967, I matriculated at Talladega College in Talladega, Alabama, and at that point, 1967 to 71, I not only majored in history and minored in political science, I was also involved in some of the demonstrations at Talladega College. So I graduated at Talladega in 1971 with a degree in history, went to Crozer Theological Seminary in Rochester, New York, was there for 3 years in the Master of Arts program, also received the Master of Divinity degree from Colgate Rochester Crozer Seminary, and from there to Northwestern University in 1975. I graduated from Northwestern in 1980 with a PhD in the history of religion with a particular emphasis on Christianity. So that was the beginning of my interest in American politics, and particularly the impact of American political values and systems on the African American community.
Very good. And so, Dr. Baldwin, in listening to you, I can see the same trail that I took in terms of making it. And I, as a matter of fact, you graduated, you became a professor at Vanderbilt University. And I think that I was one of the first African-American students to attend Vanderbilt University after I finished my degree. And so I knew you quite well, and of course I knew all of the folks that you know from Vanderbilt University, from Kelly Miller Smith, down, et cetera, and et cetera. And so I can say that you've made a tremendous contribution, but you also helped the university and the Divinity School make an even greater contribution in terms of the African American experience. And I simply wanted to say that so that people will know that in a real sense you've made a tremendous contribution. Now you brought with you today a book, Dr. Baldwin, and let's talk about that book.
Yes, that book, of course, is part of my